The moment her hand slid into his, something inside me cracked. It was small, almost soundless, like the splintering of glass you don't notice until the light catches it just right. But it was there. We were at the company's annual gala. Crystal chandeliers, live jazz, champagne that flowed like water. The kind of night where everyone pretends to be happier, richer, more in love than they really are. My wife, Anaya, looked stunning in a crimson dress that caught every glimmer of light. She always did. She knew it too. But that night she wasn't mine. Not really. When her boss, Rishabh Mehta, the man I'd heard her mention one too many times lately, extended his hand for a dance, I saw that flicker in her eyes. Hesitation, excitement, guilt, whatever it wasn't indifference. And then she smiled. That soft, rehearsed, polite smile she used to save only for me. "Go ahead," I heard myself say before she could look at me for permission. My voice was steady, but my heart wasn't. "It's just a dance." She nodded, almost relieved. And just like that she was gone, pulled into a rhythm that wasn't ours. For months, I'd been noticing little things. Phone face down, late-night work calls. Lipstick reapplied before Zoom meetings. I'd convinced myself it was paranoia. After all, we'd been married 6 years. We had a house, memories, a life built on trust, or at least the illusion of it. But illusions crack under pressure. When the band switched to something slow and intimate, my chest tightened. Her head rested near his shoulder, his hand a little too low on her back. She laughed. God, that laugh. I hadn't heard her laugh like that with me in months. A few tables away, one of her colleagues, Nisha, quiet, observant, watched them too. She caught me staring. For a second, she looked like she wanted to say something but didn't. Then I got an idea. A bad one maybe, but I was too wounded to care. I stood up, walked over to her and offered my hand. "Care for a dance?" Her eyes widened slightly. "Me? Yes. You?" She hesitated, then smiled, a bit nervous, a bit curious. "All right." As we moved to the floor, I made sure we were close enough that Anaya could see us. Petty. Maybe. But in that moment, pain makes you reach for anything sharp enough to balance it. "You're a brave man," Nisha said softly as the music began. I raised an eyebrow. "Brave?" She nodded toward Anaya and Rishabh. "Most husbands wouldn't stay calm seeing that." "Who said I'm calm?" That earned me a quiet laugh. "Fair point." We danced slowly, awkwardly at first, then smoother as the rhythm carried us. I wasn't trying to prove anything to Nisha. She was just there. A mirror for my anger. When Anaya's eyes finally met mine across the dance floor, something changed. Her smile faltered. Her steps lost rhythm. Rishabh said something, but she wasn't listening. Her focus was entirely on us, on me and the woman in my arms. And for the first time that evening I saw it. Not guilt, not remorse, possessiveness. When the song ended, applause filled the room. I thanked Nisha politely and walked back to our table. Anaya joined me minutes later, her face tense but composed. "That was unexpected," she said, taking her seat. "Which part?" "Yes. You dancing with your boss, or me dancing with your colleague?" Her eyes narrowed. "Don't make this into something it's not." "Then what is it, Anaya?" "Just another harmless office dance. Like the harmless late nights. The harmless texts you delete." Her breath caught. "You've been checking my phone." "I didn't have to. Silence says more than words sometimes." She looked away, jaw clenched. "You're being ridiculous." "Am I?" I leaned in, my voice low. "Tell me, Anaya. When he touches you, do you still feel guilty, or have you gotten used to it by now?" Her hand froze halfway to her wine glass. The mask slipped. That was the first real silence between us. Not the comfortable kind we used to share on long drives or lazy Sunday mornings. This one was heavy, strangling. After that night, things shifted. She became distant, guarded. I stopped trying to ask questions I already knew the answers to. But the truth has a way of forcing its way out. One evening, about 2 weeks later, her phone rang while she was in the shower. The name flashed across the screen. Rishabh Mehta. Answered. No words, just silence. Then a soft voice. Hey, miss you. You didn't reply to my message. Are you okay? I didn't say a word. Just listened to the silence that followed when he realized it wasn't her. The call ended. She came out minutes later, towel around her, humming like everything was normal. I placed her phone on the counter. You left it unlocked, I said. Her face drained of color. What did you do? She whispered. Nothing, I replied. You've already done enough. For the next few days she tried to fix things. Small gestures, dinner reservations, soft apologies that danced around the truth. But once trust breaks, love doesn't echo the same. I moved out a week later. Not because I hated her but because I didn't recognize her anymore. But fate, or maybe irony, wasn't done with us. 3 months later, her company hosted another event. I hadn't planned to go, but Nisha, now a friend, invited me as her guest. Closure, she said. Sometimes you need to see what you've walked away from. When I entered the hall, I saw Anaya instantly. Alone this time. Rishabh wasn't there. She spotted me too. For a moment, her expression softened. Nostalgia, regret, something in between. During one of the dances, she approached. Can we talk? I hesitated, then nodded. We stepped outside into the quiet night air. I made a mistake, she began. I thought I wanted excitement. I thought he saw me in ways you stopped seeing me. Her voice trembled. But I was wrong. He didn't see me. He just wanted what he couldn't have. I listened. Not angry, not bitter, just tired. I don't expect forgiveness, she said. I want you to know I'm sorry. I studied her face. The same face I'd once woken up to every morning. It still held traces of the woman I loved, but there was distance now, an invisible wall built from every lie, every late night, every it's just work. I don't hate you, Anaya, I finally said. But I can't go back. 'Cause if I do, I'll start wondering every time your phone rings, every time you smile at someone else. She nodded slowly, eyes glistening. I understand. As I turned to leave, she called out, Do you still think about that night? The dance? Stop. Every day. Not because of you and him, but because of what it showed me. And what was that? She asked. That sometimes, I said quietly. You don't lose someone in a moment. They drift away one choice at a time. Months have passed since then. I see her occasionally. Mutual friends, social events. She always looks like she's waiting to say something, but the words never come. Nisha and I remain friends. Sometimes we talk about that night, the one where everything fell apart and came into focus at the same time. Do you ever wish you hadn't asked me to dance? She once asked. I smiled faintly. No. That dance wasn't about jealousy. It was about clarity. She tilted her head. Clarity? Yes, I said. Because when she saw me dancing with someone else, she didn't see me as her husband. She saw me as someone she was about to lose. And by then, it was already too late. In the end, betrayal doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. In the pauses, in the glances, in the dances you shouldn't have agreed to. And love. Love doesn't die in one blow. It fades, slowly, like music after the last note, leaving you standing on an empty floor, holding nothing but the echo of what once was.